At the start, far from Las Vegas, a large group of youngsters decides to party on a coastal beach. To make things more exciting, they drink, play music, and take on fun challenges. One of them, a young man named Mitch, asks everyone to give him their phones, saying he will return them after the party. Everyone agrees and continues enjoying. Meanwhile, Vance and Gilbert are sent to collect wood for a fire. When they return, they tell the group that they found a strange and disturbing giant object. Although they felt scared, the others don't take it seriously and continue partying. By morning, the party ends. Some of the group stays behind after the long night. Kylie and Mitch wake up on a lifeboat and decide to go home. But as they are about to climb down, Kylie notices a small bird stuck in the sand. Within seconds, the sand completely swallows it. Soon, the others wake up too. Chanda sees her friend Marcia is still asleep on a wooden table. Wanting to leave together, Chanda wakes her up. Marcia gets up, but just as she is about to step onto the ground, Kylie tries to warn her that something is wrong with the sand. Marcia ignores the warning. The moment she steps down, her feet suddenly get stuck, as if something is grabbing her. She becomes confused and tries to free herself using her hands, but this only makes things worse. She starts screaming as she slowly gets pulled into the sand. Seeing this, Vance rushes to help her, but as soon as he steps forward, he also falls and gets trapped in the sand. The group panics and tries to find a way to save him, while Vance screams for help. Mitch throws a life raft toward him, telling him to grab it, but Vance cannot move anymore, and soon his face melts into the sand, followed by his entire body being swallowed. Terrified by this sudden horror, the group tries to understand what is happening. Ronnie suggests that the beach might be affected by chemicals used in government experiments, but Jonah disagrees and believes it could be some kind of accident involving a substance that dissolves human skin. He thinks they might save Vance if they dig him out. Chanda suggests calling the police for help. Gilbert says their phones should still work, but the problem is that all the phones are locked in the car trunk because of Mitch. Also, the car battery is dead, since the headlights were left on all night. To understand more, Kylie carefully goes near the edge and lowers her hand close to the ground. She sees countless tentacles moving inside the sand, trying to grab anything that comes close. At the same time, Gilbert wakes up and realizes he is stuck inside a metal barrel with a disturbing face painted on it. He gets angry and orders the others to get him out. The group warns him about the dangerous sand and tells him what happened to their two friends. Shocked and scared, Gilbert struggles to calm himself. Mitch tells him that the tide will rise in a few hours, which might help him escape safely. He asks Gilbert to stay calm and wait, but when Kylie questions Mitch, he admits that he only said that to give Gilbert hope. Hours pass and the group remains trapped on the beach. The sun burns them badly and they have no way to escape. Kylie checks some boxes and finds a matchbox, which she decides to save for emergencies. She also finds sunscreen and quickly gives it to her friends stuck in the vehicle so they can protect themselves. As they think about everything, they recall the previous night. Kylie points out that everyone who attended the party had stayed on the beach. At this point, the group realizes that all the other members have already been swallowed by the sand, and only their belongings are left behind. John gives sunscreen to Gilbert, who is getting badly sunburned again and again. Meanwhile, Kayla observes the beach and notices that the giant object brought by Vance and Gilbert the previous night is now destroyed. Seeing this, the group starts to believe that it might have been an alien egg which hatched while everyone was asleep. Hearing this, Gilbert becomes frustrated and starts shaking the barrel. Kayla calms him and says that the creature is probably not fully grown yet, so they still have a chance to survive. To understand how far the creature can attack, Kayla takes a pack of sausages and throws one far away. As soon as it touches the ground, it quickly gets swallowed by the sand. She says they can repeat this to find the limit of the creature's reach. Mitch tries to throw another sausage, but a seagull grabs it and eats it right in front of Gilbert, making him angry because he didn't get any food. Then Kayla asks them to throw food in another direction. After a few tries, they finally find a spot where the tentacles cannot reach. Everyone feels relieved, but Chanda points out that the spot is too far and they still have no safe way to reach it. Just then, Jonah gets an idea. He takes a surfboard from the vehicle and slowly tries to move across the beach safely. He manages to reach near a wooden table, but as soon as he steps on a bench, it starts slipping. Jonah loses his balance and ends up hanging dangerously over the sand. Everyone becomes terrified as they see the creature's tentacles slowly reaching toward Jonah. In pain and fear, Jonah screams and then jumps with all his strength, managing to grab the table. However, he realizes he has suffered a serious wound in his stomach and lies there in pain. The group tries to calm him down, and after a few minutes, Jonah manages to sit up. He checks a bag and finds a lot of food. While collecting it, he drops a banana on the ground. When he tries to pick it up, he notices something strange. The tentacles are unable to grab the fruit. Then, Jonah realizes something important. The creature did not appear where the campfire was burning the previous night. This means fire might be the only thing that can stop it. With this discovery, Jonah carefully steps on the ground without getting attacked. But soon, he feels his wound opening again, making him weaker. Seeing his condition, Kayla tells him to stay calm and throw food toward the others. Jonah tries to pass supplies to his friends while standing on the ground, but when he is about to throw a drink to Mitch, his wound opens again, causing intense pain. The can falls and Jonah collapses on the table. Suddenly, things get worse. The sand's tentacles start pulling away the boards, surrounding Jonah completely. At the same time, other tentacles attack the vehicle, bursting all the tires. Now, escaping becomes almost impossible. Mitch suggests that if they can get the cell phones from the car, they might be able to call for help. So Chanda asks Ronnie to open the trunk. Ronnie carefully balances herself on the car's bumper to reach it. Before trying, Ronnie tells Chanda that she has written a goodbye letter. If anything happens, Chanda must give it to her mother. With help from her friend, Ronnie manages to unlock the trunk while balancing on the bumper. But every time she tries to open it, she slips and the trunk closes again. Still, they don't give up and keep trying again and again. Finally, Taylor comes up with an idea. She gives Ronnie a life-saving hook so she can hold onto it for support. With this help, Ronnie tries once more, and this time she successfully opens the trunk. Just then, a police car arrives. The officer gets angry and tells them they are not allowed to stay because the beach is closed. Kayla tries to explain about the creature under the sand and begs him to stay inside the car, saying it's the only way to stay safe. At the same time, Gilbert asks the officer to call the National Guard, saying this could be a global threat. But the officer thinks the group is just drunk or on chemicals, so he doesn't believe them and steps out of the car. Surprisingly, he is able to walk normally at first, even though the tentacles follow him quietly, trying to grab him. He checks Jonah, who is badly injured and getting worse. He also tries to help Ronnie, whose hand is still stuck in the vehicle, and then attempts to pull Gilbert out of the metal barrel, but Gilbert is too heavy. Realizing he can't help much, the officer tells Kayla and Mitch to come down from the lifeguard station and answer his questions. Kayla desperately explains that some of them are injured, some are sick, and others are already dead. She says they need to leave immediately, but the officer ignores her again and orders them to come to him. When they refuse to step on the sand, he loses patience and takes out pepper spray to force them. However, he accidentally drops something and steps onto the sand to pick it up. At that moment, a tentacle grabs his hand and starts pulling him underground. He struggles and sprays pepper spray at the sand, managing to free himself, but it's too late. His hand has already been completely swallowed. In pain and shock, he screams helplessly while everyone watches in horror. Kayla runs to the edge, grabs the pepper spray, and leaves the officer behind as the creature drags him away. Now having a new weapon, Mitch comes up with an escape plan. He says if they wrap towels around their legs and use pepper spray, they might be able to stun the creature and escape. He asks Chanda to throw towels to him, but as he tries to catch them, a piece of railing breaks and he falls into the sand. Mitch starts screaming, saying he can't feel his body anymore. No one can reach him, and within seconds, the tentacles enter his throat. He stops moving, and the creature completely destroys him, leaving behind only a large bloodstain. Seeing this, Kayla realizes that if they stay, none of them will survive. She gathers herself and calms the group so they can make a new plan.
Quickly, Kayla removes another piece of railing and throws it down. Chanda gathers items on the car hood and jumps into the vehicle. With teamwork, they manage to free Ronnie and wrap her injured hand with cloth. Kayla reassures Gilbert that they will save him once they find a safe path to reach him. Then the three of them place wooden boards on the sand and carefully balance their way toward Jonah's table. Ronnie is the last to cross, but halfway through, due to blood loss from her injury, she becomes weak, loses balance, and falls onto the sand. As soon as she touches the ground, the tentacles grab her. Even though Kayla tries to save her with pepper spray, Ronnie is quickly pulled under. Now only 4 survivors remain. Chanda follows Mitch's earlier plan, wrapping her legs with towels sprayed with pepper spray, and runs toward the vehicle. Meanwhile, Gilbert is finally overpowered and completely swallowed by the tentacles. Watching this, Chanda breaks down in tears. Taking advantage of their distraction, the creature attacks the vehicle, and Chanda faints on the hood. Now only 3 survivors remain. Kayla manages to wake Chanda. Then Chanda finds a lifeboat and throws it onto the sand, using it as a platform to move safely. With its help, they reach Jonah and bring him back to the car. He is extremely weak due to his injuries. Just as they are about to leave, a massive tentacle rises from the ground, shaking everything. Kayla gets thrown back into the lifeboat. She quickly climbs onto the car roof and tries to grab a gallon of fuel, but the tentacles knock it away.
Still, Kayla doesn't give up. She grabs another fuel can and pours gasoline around the vehicle, creating a circle. Before the creature can attack again, she uses the matchbox she found earlier and lights the fuel. The fire spreads, burning the tentacles and the massive creature beneath the sand. As the monster burns, Kayla returns to the vehicle, where the others try to protect themselves from the glowing tentacles attacking the car. After a few minutes, the creature finally retreats and leaves them alone. But when they check Jonah, they realize he is no longer alive. With tears in their eyes, the girls say goodbye to their last friend. Now, they have no choice but to wait for help. They hug each other and try to rest after the long and terrifying day. The next morning, a man arrives near the vehicle and sees everyone unconscious inside. He knocks on the window, waking the girls. When they step outside, they realize they can now walk safely on the sand. Relieved, they leave the beach behind. And with this suspenseful ending, the story comes to an end.